About 1401 years ago from today, Abu Sufyan was returning from Syria with a caravan carrying goods worth 50,000 dinars on 1,000 camels. But there was a major obstacle on the way. In order to reach Mecca, they had to pass near Medina. And in Medina, the Muslims were waiting, ready to raid the caravan. But how could Muslims raid a caravan? And that too in the holy month of Ramadan? Let's understand the story behind it. This is the story of the Battle of Badr, the first major battle between Muslims and the disbelievers. The story begins in 624 when Abu Sufyan was returning from Syria with a trade caravan. The caravan consisted of 1,000 camels, goods of all kinds worth 50,000 dinars, and 70 guards. When the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, received news of the caravan, he set out with around 250 companions intending to intercept it. There were two reasons behind this interception. First, when the Prophet, peace be upon him, and his companions migrated from Mecca to Medina, they left everything behind. The Quraysh had forcefully taken all of the Muslims' properties and possessions. The Muslims were forced to migrate empty-handed. Most of the goods in that caravan were the very items that had been unjustly taken from them. So the Muslims weren't looting, they were reclaiming what had been stolen from them. The second reason was that if the attack succeeded, it would intimidate the people of Mecca and discourage them from attacking Medina in the future. When Abu Sufyan learned about the Muslims' plan, he immediately changed his route and took a long and safer path to escape. At the same time, he sent a messenger to Mecca, asking the people of Mecca to rush and help save the caravan. When the messenger reached Mecca, he went near the Kaaba, cut the nose and ears of his camel, tore his clothes, waved a colored scarf, and cried out in distress.
From Medina! Arm! Arm yourselves! Arm yourselves! Defend your wealth! Muhammad has come out of Medina to attack the great caravan!
This was a common way to show emergency in Arabia at the time. Abu Jahl asked the messenger.
How many men?
The messenger replied.
300.
Abu Jahl said, "We will go with 1,000 men." Abu Jahl then asked, "How many horses were there?" The messenger replied.
2 horses.
Abu Jahl said.
We'll mount 100 horses.
Abu Jahl asked again.
How many camels?
The messenger replied.
70.
Abu Jahl said.
We'll bring 170.
When Abu Sufyan's caravan safely reached Mecca, he sent a letter to Abu Jahl saying the caravan was safe and there was no need to fight. They could return to Mecca.
The caravan is safe, so there is no need to fight.
Not fight?
But Abu Jahl said, "Even if the caravan is safe, I will not spare the Muslims. We are 3 times stronger than them. We will finish them and return."
We finish them tomorrow. We fight!
The Prophet, peace be upon him, had set out only with the intention of intercepting the caravan, not to fight a war. When he received news of Abu Jahl's army, he consulted his companions. He instructed Hazrat Uthman, may Allah be pleased with him, to stay back in Medina because the Prophet's beloved daughter, Hazrat Ruqayya, may Allah be pleased with her, was very ill. The Prophet, peace be upon him, continued with 313 companions and camped at a spring near the place of Badr. There, a platform was built for the Prophet, peace be upon him, on higher ground from which he could observe the battlefield. With him were Hazrat Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, other companions and some Ansar who stood guard to protect the Prophet, peace be upon him. The next day when Abu Jahl's army appeared, it was 3 times larger than the Muslim army. It was a very difficult moment for the Muslims. They had to fight against an army 3 times bigger, and many of the enemies were their own relatives. Hazrat Abu Bakr had to face his son Abdul Rahman, and Abu Hudayfa had to confront his own father, Utbah. From the Quraysh side, Utbah, Shayba, and Walid came forward to challenge.
Send us your champion!
In response, 3 Ansari Muslims stepped up from the Muslim army. Utbah said,
Who are you? We expect our peers and our equals. Come back.
So from the Muslim side, Hamza, Ubaidah, and Ali, may Allah be pleased with them, stepped forward. The combat began. In just moments, Hamza killed Shayba, and Ali struck down Walid. Utbah and Ubaidah fought fiercely, and both fell, seriously wounded. Ali, after finishing his opponent, attacked Utbah and finished him as well. The army carried back the wounded Ubaidah. When the Quraysh saw that their great leaders were slain, they launched a sudden attack, determined to destroy the Muslims completely. but the Muslims responded with full force. Even though the enemy had more numbers, they began to retreat. Some fresh fighters from the Muslim side came forward. Abu Jahl ordered another attack, but once again, the disbelievers failed. This time, the Muslims launched a counterattack. The disbelievers began to flee from Badr in all directions. Abu Jahl was killed. Ummaya bin Khalaf, who had brutally tortured Hazrat Bilal, may Allah be pleased with him, was also killed. Those disbelievers who couldn't escape were captured. The result of the battle was that the Muslims were victorious and the disbelievers were defeated. 70 of the disbelievers were killed, 70 were taken as prisoners, and only 14 Muslims were martyred. In Mecca, people were waiting for news of victory. When those who had fled the battlefield returned first, no one could believe that the Quraysh had lost. For the past 60 years, the Quraysh of Mecca had not faced a major defeat. But gradually people began to realize they had not only lost the battle, but also their honor in Arabia. When the victorious Muslims returned to Medina, joy spread everywhere. But when the Prophet, peace be upon him, reached home, he found out that his beloved daughter, whom he loved dearly, Hazrat Ruqayya, may Allah be pleased with her, had passed away just a few days earlier. This deeply saddened the Prophet, peace be upon him. Yet to keep the spirit of joy among the Muslims, he did not show his grief to anyone. And that happiness couldn't last long anyway, because this time, Abu Sufyan began preparing to take revenge by gathering an army of 3,000 men.
They are gathering. Every young man with a sword is on his way to Mecca.
Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. If you're feeling tired, you can have some fun by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And yes, don't forget to share and comment too. Also, if you haven't watched this video yet, go ahead and check it out now.